Hello, drivers. Bill Collins here, the owner of Interstate Truck Driving School in South St. Paul, Minnesota, with today's CDL safety tips. We are talking about post-trip inspections of commercial motor vehicles today. Now, there's some confusion about what is required by drivers with post-trip inspections. And the reason for the confusion is that the rules changed several years ago. And like a lot of other things, people kind of cling to the old way of doing things. And so they're conveying information that is outdated to some and not knowing any better. Other people are believing the old system is still in effect. It's not. So let's look at exactly what's going on here. Here is the federal rule for post-trip inspections. Okay. This is under 39611 in the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations. Driver and vehicle inspection reports. Report required. Every motor carrier shall require its drivers to report, and every driver shall prepare a report in writing at the completion of each day's work on each vehicle operated, except for intermodal equipment, blah, blah, blah. The report shall cover at least the following parts and accessories. Now, these are the exact same components that are listed on the pre-trip inspection requirements. The exact same components. Then it's real important that you understand this next bit of information to report content. The report must identify the vehicle and list any defect or deficiency discovered by or reported to the driver, which would affect the safety of operation of the vehicle, result in mechanical breakdown. If the driver operates more than one vehicle a day, they have to prepare one for each one. Now, this is really, really important that you understand it, because here's where the change that occurred is depicted. Drivers are not required to prepare a report if no defect or deficiency is discovered or reported to by the driver. And again, this changed for years and years and years in our industry. Us drivers had to fill out a daily inspection report at the end of every shift. My last driving job back in the 90s, I was working for Penske Logistics. I was delivering paper to printing companies, and I used two different trucks. One a straight truck, another tractor trailer every night. And so every night, when I was done with each of these trucks, I'd fill out this inspection report. The original would go into the office. The copy would stay in the truck for the next driver. That changed. It was during the Obama administration. They had a paperwork reduction program. They looked at federal regulations that required paperwork that was unnecessary. And they determined that since there's no defect to the truck, why report it? So that's when this change occurred. That's what the change is. These reports are not required if there's no defects. Now, we can also look at Minnesota statute, which does the exact same thing. It talks about a report is required. And then it says that you don't have to do this if there's no defect or deficiency. The one thing to notice, though, is that drivers of passenger carrying vehicles, this is both on the federal and state side, have to fill out a report regardless of a defect being identified or not. But with both the state and federal standards, a written report is not required if there are no defects or deficiencies, okay? Nevertheless, the driver is supposed to inspect the vehicle and make sure there's nothing wrong with it at the end of each vehicle's use, okay? So there you have your updated information on post-trip inspection reports. Do the inspection report, make a written report if there's a deficiency, leave a copy in the vehicle. The next person to use that vehicle, whether it's you or someone else, has to review that report and sign off on the fact that either that defect has been addressed or a mechanic has checked out the potential defect and determined it does not affect safe operation. And therefore the truck is safe to be driven that next opportunity. All right, so there you go. Bill Collins here with Interstate Truck Driving School in South St. Paul. Thanks for your time. Have a good day. Most important, have a safe day.